Hello, everybody. So we are back with our Sitting Bull bust class. Um, I don't know if you guys have any question before we can go ahead and keep on to the next steps. Any questions? Any questions regarding last class? I think we're still pretty early in the process to have questions popping here. Well, while I'm waiting, I'm just putting the head here in the right shape. Hi. Hi, everybody. Oops, look at the bubble there. See? Air bubble. This would be a big, big crack if you don't remove. Hello. Oi. Hi, hola. All right, so just a reminder, this is supposed to be a private class that I hold on my Patreon account. I have a lot of classes there if you still don't know. It's a way for you to learn and support my work. There's more than one option on Patreon. And the address for my Patreon is www.patreon.com/JulianaLupine. I'm releasing all the classes for free right now because of the COVID time. I know a lot of people are home still or financially in trouble. So everything is being released for free. But after all this craziness, the plan is to go back into private lessons so I can also have a better income myself. Hola, hi. This channel is in English. I do have a channel in Portuguese. Here on YouTube, there's some different classes in there, including Harley Quinn full class available there for free. And also you can sign the channel. You can sign as a special fan to support my work, or you can sign as a student and have access to past classes that are also here on this channel and on the Portuguese channel as well. All right, so let's keep on going, moving forward. I hope you guys reached this phase and it was not too hard. So now let's keep on going. So from here, there's not really a rule, like not really an order. Oh, you do first the nose and then you do the eyes and then you do the mouth. It doesn't matter. You can do whatever you feel like doing. Let me get a little bit closer. You can do whatever you think that is going to show you the face better. So that's how I do. I don't follow an order, but I go like, okay, I think his eyes are bothering me because it doesn't look like his at all, then I would go and do the eye. If I think it's the mouth, then I'll go and do the eye, the mouth. So everything that I look and I can see right away, okay, this is absolutely different from his face. I have to change that, otherwise I'm not going to be able to see him. I go and change it. So there is not really an order. So what I'm going to do now, Sitting Bull has, let me go put the picture here. He has a very nice square face shape here, and he does, my skull still have this part here too deep. So one thing that we could do now is get rid of that depth in here. I mean, we don't really need to do the exactly face shape yet, but I think that will help us to have a better sketch of the face, and then we can go for the details, being able to see better what we're doing. So I'm just gonna get a little bit of clay here. Hello. And I'm going to place here this, by the way, this is a weekly class every Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern time. I'm here. Class number 1 is available here already. It was last week. If you missed it, you can still watch it. And this is class number 2. You can watch anytime you want. All the videos are going to be saved on the channel, and you can always come back to do, to get your help. Like you say, next phase, you forgot something, then you watch class 1 again, and it's always going to be here. All right, so I'm not gonna go full coverage, like I'm not trying to completely erase the difference of depth between the cheekbone and and the jaw, but I'm just, you know, getting this big hole a little bit less because that's not how it is. This is just the skull. Hi, Marcia. And I see MA too, Natalie. And then slowly we get the face. Hi, Diana. So my students are here. Oh, and if you also join my Patreon account as a student, we do have a private chat that we talk during the whole week. We share our progress, and the students can get help if they need with me or with each other. It's very helpful group chat and is just for students. So if you join, this is an extra. All right. Well, if you do have fingerprints, too many fingerprints in your sculpture, that might mean that you're working with a very soft clay. And if you do like a very soft clay, maybe wear those finger gloves. I don't know how to call it, but it's just like a rubber that you put on your finger that might help. And after you're done, make sure to smooth it out, and then all the fingerprints are going to be gone. Okay, so see the difference on the two sides. And we didn't do a lot, but it already changed quite a bit just for not looking like a skull so much anymore. And I'm gonna do the same thing this side. Always remembering to don't leave air bubbles because you get cracks on the face. There are ways that you can make your clay less soft. That was something I learned from my students. I think Pamela taught me that one. That is, you put paper towel on layers and leave it there so the paper towel will start absorbing the oil, and your clay gets harder. Hello. So that's it, not a big deal, not a big change. It's always good to keep on looking in this direction too, so you kind of keep the right symmetry, even though at the end, I always go all around to fix the symmetry. I always get wrong symmetry and it takes me a while to get it all right. Hello. All right, so now what is something that I wouldn't mind doing right now? I think I'm gonna work on his eyes a little bit, but I'm not gonna go full eyes. Or maybe it was Marcia, or maybe both of you that taught me there. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little bit closer so we can see the eyes. So when I make eyes, what I do here, I'm not going to draw in my reference because I don't have another one and my computer is not here. So I imagine, I do it in my head, but you can actually print another one and do it and trace it. So I imagine a line crossing the center of the eye and a line, like I put the eye inside the little box, okay? This is how I do. And all the box must to touch either here or here, and then it depends on what you want to do. And then, you know, when you trace, like reduce sizes and you see like, oh, so this touches this part on the line, on the box. And then you know, okay, so this is where mine is going to touch it. Let me see if I can explain that better. I'm not going to do it full, but it's just so you guys can see, because when you do likeness or portraits, it's not really about training your hands. It's more about training your eyes. What can you see in this face and what is the shape of this eye, and then you can copy. So let's say I'm going to do just an example here of an eye. And how do I imagine it? Okay, I don't really trace it, but I imagine in my head. So let's say there's an eye. I'm not a good drawer, okay, but I'll do it just for trying. There's an eye like this. This is kind of the eye shape. Okay, so what I do is I imagine a box like this. Like this. And then you can share the box as many times as you need. Like I kind of go like this. And then I look, these points, I make points, like here is a point, here is a point. Whatever the eye line touches the square is a point. And here. And then when I open the eye in this line, I go, okay, so this is where the inner corner of the eye touches. Now it goes kind of here in the line, so not very far away, not even close to half. And then it goes all the way up here. And then I kind of like trace this curve in my head. I don't really draw that, but that's just a way to train your eyes to see the shape of the eye. Okay? So that helps me to keep up with the proper shape. So there's some important observations about eyes, is that eyes are curved. So this part here is curved. It follows the eyeball, right? So that means that this corner is deeper than this part, and this is also deeper than this, okay? So what we can do here is push this in, push this in. And then when you look in this direction, you can see that this is rounded. So that's correct. It's following the eyeball. That's good. And now when you trace the eye here, we start opening his iris as much as his iris is open. So something I noticed is that he looks a little bit cross-eyed in this picture, but I'm not sure if he was cross-eyed. There's also another thing that I searched, we were searching, and I think I said that last class, that he had one eye blue, but we could not confirm that, so I'm just doing both eyes like that. And I don't think I'm gonna make him cross-eyed because it's very slight, like very light, and I don't think that was a characteristic on him. I'm not sure. If I'm wrong, you guys can correct me, and I can always fix the eye. So here is not enough clay in there, as you guys can see. I don't have material there to work, so I'm just gonna add a little piece in there so I can make my design on my irises here. Better. All right. So first thing that I do on the eye is just this line here, the cut of the eyelids. So just here. So how is this curve on his face? He does have this part of the eye, is like a skin that falls over, and you can't really see originally the cutting there. So it's okay. We will do the same thing. But this is like a characteristic. Not every eye is like that. Okay. So I'm going to try to copy this line of his eye, like here. And what am I going to look at right now is how much of this the iris is showing on his eye. So this point here in the iris, is it like showing half of the iris? It keeps on going up a little bit. How much of the iris is showing, and where are those 2 points here on his eye? So this is what I'm gonna try to see. So his is pretty showing, like you can't really see the curve, the top of the curve of the iris here. So I'm gonna stop my line right there. Okay, and then the bottom line now, I'm gonna try to follow the shape. So what I can see in this line is that the corner here always have to go down, okay? The inner corner is always down. And then I'm gonna bring this up, and his eye is not very open. So bring it up. And as I reach here, this side, the out corner here, it kind of opens a bit more. So I'm gonna open down here and respect that curve on his eye. maybe I will press this up a little bit more. Just so it gets a little bit up and then goes down again. That. Okay, I like this. Now something very strong on his eye is this line that we, usually I don't do it at this point, but we could just make a little mark here. Hello Mexico, hola Mexico, hola Mexico, oi Brasil. And just, you know, just to give a little bit of his features a bit more here. All right. And again, this is not the eyelid. The eyelid is going inside here, and we still didn't do that. We're gonna have to do it. So there's a few ways to do it. You could place another piece of clay here to do the top of the eyelid, or you can just make a mark here. If you have enough clay, you just mark the eyelid more inside there. I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm gonna try, and if it doesn't work, then I'll put more clay there. But anyway, I just wanted to show you this option too. Then you put it in like this and bring this skin down to cover up. So that's one way to do. Hola, hola. Or if you think it was not enough, just put a little layer of clay here and do it. But right now I'm not going to do that. I'm not super concerned about that yet. I kind of can see his eye a little bit already, so I'm okay with that. And I'm gonna add just some wrinkles here to give it more of his face here, so I can see better. We're not gonna, this is not gonna be definitive, like for sure I'm gonna have to redo those wrinkles again. But there's not enough clay in there because there's no, mine was too deep here, and if you look at his eye, there's not that depth in there. So I will, and that's why I wanted to put the wrinkles, so you kind of can see that you don't have enough clay, and you can just put more. All right, there. And I'm going to just put some wrinkles here, just because the wrinkle kind of continue to shape his eye, and then that's gonna help me, okay, to make sure that I got it right. And for sure I'm gonna have to work on these wrinkles again. I just really want to have it here right now. All right, so that's I1. I'm gonna do exactly the same one for I2. I don't think I need to do it with a lot of explanation anymore. Or maybe I don't even need to do it in camera, so we can work on one side and I'll work the other side out of camera so the class goes faster. Something else that is pretty strong on his features is this wrinkle here, right? So I would definitely add that now before I make the mouth, because I think that's gonna help me to see his face. And then to add that, we can look in here. Sorry, I don't speak this language. I don't even know what letters are those. So you can also look on the profile to see the amount of skin that he has here. And this is really important for his features. So I'm just gonna add. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think it's Russian too. Well, if it's Russian, I do have a student that is here and she can speak Russian. She can maybe translate if it's important. All right, so I'm just gonna add this wrinkle right here and keep on going. And then where do I stop it? I don't know. Let's check, shall we? So it depends on the age. This wrinkle goes all the way down here and kind of make a little, oh, okay, English is better. So you know, as older as you get, it just falls in here. Thank you. And his kind of dies around here. It doesn't really do the volume here. It just dies around here, very close to the edge. So I'll stay there, Clay. I don't want you out. And then a little bit farther here, so I'm sure I am showing this. All right, and something else we have to notice, I'm going to mark with my pen the edge of his lips. Remember, there is a wrinkle here, so it doesn't get me confused, because the wrinkle dies around here, but here you can still see slightly all the way here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make a mark just slight of this shadow here, this shade there, so I know kind of where this wrinkle goes and is around here. And I'm going to smooth it out. I have some people that are sculpting along with me as I go. So if I'm going too fast, let me know and I can slow down a bit. No, this is PV clay. It's polymer clay. It's a Brazilian brand. Let me show you here. That's the brand I use. It's Brazilian and it's really hard. So I like it because it's hard. It's very good for details. This is a mix of 3 colors. So I mix this, and this to get to this color. And there's some flocking added to it. You can see that on last class. I showed the flocking. All right, so this wrinkle really, really helped me to see him, right? Hello. And it begins behind the nostril here, so you can mark here. So as you can see, I'm not giving big details. I'm giving the bigger features, traces, and kind of bring into my sculpture right now. There we go. And then slowly I will bring this there. We're gonna have to add some more here because it's not that, this is not as deep as that, but hello. You can kind of like add something like that, or you can leave it this way for now and add it later. I think I'm just gonna leave it. Just kind of bring some from here just to reduce a little bit of this little hole that happened in here. I don't want it to be so deep, but I don't want to study this shape right now, so I'm just going to keep it soft. Saluto. Saluto Italia. There we go. We can also clean up this line here that I made right now. Nice. So there you go. I can already see much more of him than I could when we first started the class. Okay. I'm gonna work on his lips a little bit now, or should I do the other side? You guys want me to do the other side too, so you can see better? Or at least parts of it, or no? Obrigada. I don't know, whatever you guys prefer. Like, to me, it doesn't matter. If you guys want, I can just go ahead and do the other eye. Thank you. Guys, if you don't know face anatomy, and if it's beating too hard for you to make a portrait, don't forget I do have face anatomy here. Full face anatomy explaining all the face in each part of the face and a lot of anatomy, theory and practice. So it's here on this channel. You just go to playlists and find the full face sculpting class, something like that. I don't remember the name because it's an old class. So I'm going to kind of like make the eye here, but not super exactly right. I'm not going to be super concerned about the symmetry or details right now. It's just so we can see him a little bit better and all of you can see him better. So yeah, I'm gonna go down here a little bit. Yeah, it's also good. I learned a lot of anatomy with drawing tips too. Well, yesterday I made a full face with ears in one day. That was the faster one I've ever made. I posted on my Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you can follow me there. I always post stories. I share a little bit about my life, my kids, not a lot though, a little bit. My kids are very artistic too, so I share their art. Portrait, well, the face I made in one day was not a portrait, so I don't think I can make a portrait in a day. Portrait usually takes me 3 days or more, minimum 3 days, usually. Okay, so I'm gonna make that mark in here just to match up, even though they're not exactly the same. And I'm gonna mark the wrinkles. So here. Not going to do perfect right now so that we don't spend too much time in seconds in class. It looks like it's not very straight. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll fix that after. I work on symmetry after. There's some clay here to be clean. Let me pull this up a bit here. Okay, let me just explain you guys. When we work in symmetry, which I'm not really right now, it's very important to see if the lines are aligned, and then it's also good to look like this. See if it's the same depth for the two of them, and then look like this too. See, mine is not. You can see more of this eye than you can see of this eye. So I'm gonna have to fix that symmetry somehow. Probably adding more clay here to cover the eye there a little bit more. And that's how I work on my symmetry. I keep on doing this, I keep on doing this. Okay? I already explained why I didn't do Michael Jackson yet. I have a big project for him that includes animation, and I can't afford right now to the production of this video, and I don't want to make him without that animation. So I'm waiting to either find a production or find a way to finance this project. And yeah, that's why. I already explained here before. So yeah, I'm not gonna work on this too hard. Otherwise I'm gonna be here adding details and try to do it all, and you guys are gonna be bored. All right, but I am going to put that other wrinkle here because it's a big character of him, right? I can already see him, to be honest. Just try to match up. No, I don't just make human. I like human better, to make human better, but I already made dogs. I think it's comfortable because I already know the anatomy better. Every time I make a dog, I have to restudy the anatomy. Like I never dared making a horse because I never studied the horse anatomy. And yeah, every new thing is a new study, a whole new study, and sometimes we don't have or don't want to put the effort and the time to study all the animals, to make them all. But if I do think about a sculpture and want to make a horse, I will definitely study the anatomy and make a horse. I think I just got in a comfortable zone and I'm never wanted to add them yet. I don't consider myself like I am a human figure sculptor, like, definitely that's what I do and that's what I will always do. I don't like definitions. I do whatever I feel like doing, and right now that's what I'm doing, but it doesn't mean tomorrow this is what I'm going to be doing. So I don't even know if I will still be working with the same clay. And I like to keep myself open like that and don't take any label and just do what my label tells me to do. All right. So that helped a lot. I think this wrinkle is very good. So you can see his face better, right? Look at that. Ooh, pretty good. All right, so something else that I look right away and see that it's off, that doesn't look like him. Let's see if I can show you guys here. All right, so the first thing that calls my attention here is not even the lip, is the nose. Can you guys see that my nose is like pretty straight in here? I have pink in my nail. I don't know what that is. Probably powder paint. No idea. That's what it is here. His nose, goes up, round, and down again. So the center here of these nostrils goes up. So this is what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna bring this up a bit. Let's see if I can put the paper more in the corner and keep him on the side, and then you guys can see his nose and what I'm doing. So go up like here, and you go up right here. That's better, right? Much better, actually. All right, I don't know if it's exactly right already, but it feels right now. As we add details, we always see like, oh no, hold on, this is a little bit more, this is a little bit less, and then we keep on changing. All right. Okay, let's start marking his lips now. So I'm going to make mark in between here, the philtrum. And I made a mark, but now I will check if the profile is correct, because I don't want to work details here if I still need to add some clay here. Why is that? Because I just added a thin layer of skin all over the face, including that part, and sometimes we have more volume on top, like on the philtrum area that is between lip and nose. So I'm gonna check watching his profile image, and it doesn't look like he has a lot, so I will try without adding any big thing right now, but I can already see that the shape of his is get closer now. It's higher here, deeper here, a little bit higher here, so it's a curve this way, in this direction, curve, kind of like that tool here, not as much, right? And mine is not. Mine is straight. We can even, do comparisons like that to see if it's correct. Be careful, because this profile is not the full profile, it's not completely profile, because you can see his eye right there, so we do have to kind of like see our eye as well when we try to fit them together. Oh, pretty good. Oh, I do have a little bit of more volume here that I could add to the lip. All right, so now that I know that I can add a tiny little bit of volume, not a lot, I'll just add a little bit here. I usually add the whole around like that, just to keep a nice curve here. And you want to add now before you add all the details, and then add after. Then you have to kind of like, you sculpt details and then you have to re-sculpt them. And this is not the lip, like I'm not adding lip volume, okay? I'm adding the total volume from the nose to the lip. That is this area here. So if it's more, then I would add more all over. But his is just a little bit that was off, so that's why I added just a little stripe. Usually I add a whole chunk. And now I'm pressing in and letting it go out, so I get that curve that I was mentioning. All right, this is not the lip yet. It's just some volume. Do you guys have any question? I didn't ask. I always keep on asking if you have any question, and then I stop to pay attention to the comments because I can't really be looking at the comments all the time, so I apologize. If you guys have any question or you need me to slow down, please just let me know. All right. And I like that. All right, so now I'm going to mark and go back to the front picture. I like working with the frontal more at the beginning. And he has a very nice filter mark here, so that's what I'm gonna do. Hola. Oh, sorry, I was out of the camera. There. Okay. So I just made the mark here, but as you guys can see, he has the mark, but also if you look here, you can see the definition of the philtrum. So it's not so rounded here, right? So why does the sculpture has this vertical, oh my gosh, hold on, live chat, let me see again. Why does the sculpture have this vertical cut on its jaw? Vertical cut. Oh, this one? Oh, that was class 1. We were measuring the lips, and I don't know, I just erased one side. We can erase, it doesn't really need to be here, but we can keep it actually, because that's how we are going to, I'm gonna leave it here. Okay, this is the end of the lip, the bottom lip here, and I like to mark it because this is how we make the chin shape after. It's just a way to know how to end the mouth, because a lot of people have difficulties in making bottom lip and upper lip. A lot because they try to put them all in the same layer, and it's not. If you look in this direction, the upper lip is a little bit bigger than the bottom lip and more spread, and then the bottom lip ends here, and the curve is usually smaller. Anyway, I'm not on the bottom lip yet, so I'm talk about that after. So as I was saying, we mark the philtrum right there, and now we can mark that definition on the outside of the philtrum right there. Just bring it down a little bit, then make like more defined this area and bring it out. This way, and then I can see this better now. See, one side you can really see it, and the other side you can't really see that much. There you go. So also be careful with the curve. Okay, if you make this curve too close, like make it farther, too much like this, and his mouth is more open, it's not gonna look the same as him. It's a portrait, so you really have to try to copy everything. And one of the big things about the mouth is this curve here. Okay, and same thing, if the person does have closer and you open too much, then it doesn't look like the same. We don't really have a picture of that. The best way to find out the person you're making, like the portrait you're making, curve, is if you have like a picture from the bottom to the top like that, or if you have a picture like this, then you can kind of see. So those are the two options. When I'm making celebrities, I always try to find this type of pictures of the person. Not always is possible, so we kind of have to, you know, if you keep on doing and still doesn't look like, you might want to change the curve. Maybe your curve is not correct. So that's kind of how I do it if I don't have a picture like right now. I think my curve is correct. I'm trying to, I think his is like quite open. Like you kind of can see here that is not very closed curve. It's pretty spread out and open, and I'm trying to keep it open. So hopefully it works. If not, it's fine. When you realize at the end, we just add more clay here and open up the curve even more. Okay. All right, so now that I have that, I will start marking this line, the top line of the lip here, this line. So his is pretty triangular. I'm going to push it up right here. Let me get closer so you guys can see better. Oh my gosh, 42 minutes of class already? That goes too fast. Maybe I'm talking too much. I do talk a lot. I apologize. Can't control myself. All right. I kind of want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing pretty good. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing this. Pull. I never know push or pull because in Portuguese it's the opposite. But anyway, I'm pushing. Yeah, I think it's pushing up. Right there. And I'm going to keep on pushing until I get the right shape of the lip. There you go. One side, and then same thing with the other. Push. Yeah, right. In Portuguese, if you want to say pull, you say push. Isn't that confusing? So I always get stuck at the pull-push doors, never know what to do because my brain gives a conflict in my brain. All right, I like that. I don't have a bottom lip yet, but the top one kind of pleases me already. All right, good, good, good. Any question? Am I going too fast? Kind of just marking some parts here that I lost when I added clay. And then we just like work on these details. Look to your face, love it, and oh, there's a tiny little thing here that is wrong. Then fix it, change it. All right, so if there's no questions, I'm going to, should I keep on going or did I went too much already? Should we keep going, guys? Okay, no answers. All right, guess I'm going to keep going. Yes, all right. Okay, cool. You guys are brave. Now I'm going to talk about those marks right here. So this is kind of where the chin finishes, right here. And This is the volume goes down here, and it's more like for you to keep on going. So from the cheek, it goes like in this direction and comes up, and then meets up here, and that's how kind of you go to do the bottom line. So this line is kind of like the size of the chin, that it's where it start going down the curve. I mean, there's a curve already, and then from this line goes a little bit down and up, and here you can keep on digging here like this. This is more, that's where the mark goes more, and then we bring it up. That's already kind of like forming the chin. His is weird because he does have this continuation here that we're gonna have to work on. So it's different, but so this is where I go like this, and then start going up and gaining volume. Sorry, Pastor, I did not see your question. Can you please repeat? So usually this kind of goes up, but his goes down. I mean, usually the kid is older, right? So I usually am making younger people. So. There you go. So you see the line there. You can still see it, it's just softer. Okay? But his chin is like that, it's kind of large, that area. So you can see this is not his chin anymore. It's already part of that muscle here. That makes kind of like goes together with the chin. There you go. He has like his jaw stronger, but I'm not gonna work on jaw right now. Jaw is always the last I do, and that's just me because I like holding my sculptures here, and I always mess up the jaw and this side. So I leave it for last. Okay, so we kind of have this area already. Kind of similar, not really, because his is more spread. Now I'm gonna do bottom lip. I'm gonna work on bottom lip. So first thing is look into the profile to see how far from the top lip is his. Maybe this needs to go in a little bit. Maybe I put too much here. So his bottom, because some people have the bottom lip like more bigger than the top lip. Usually it's smaller. Usually it's quite smaller. Usually it's a little bit bigger. Usually it's pretty in the same line. His is a little bit smaller, not a lot. So kind of what we have in here. But he does not have this curve so big. His curve on the bottom lip. It doesn't really show that much. Goodbye. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna mark where the chin finishes. So right here, you see, I'm gonna make a small mark in there because this is kind of where his line to the profile goes. Okay, and I'm gonna spread like that because his chin is very spread out, large. This way. I don't think I need to add a lot of clay in there, so I won't add anything right now. Just gonna mark this line better. All right. So now I'm going to add the volumes that we have around our lips here that are bigger here and here. His is very concentrated here. If you see, you can see it here. But everybody has that, so I'm gonna add the full volume, and then I add that extra volume that he has on the bottom there. So this way, this always goes down and out. Okay, and it dies when it reaches around here. It dies already. Comes here and meets the lip. Oh, sorry. There, I'm gonna put a little bit farther. So I just added volume here. You know what? I'm not gonna. It's right here, the line of it. I'm gonna let it be, so you guys can see what I did. All right, I added there, and now I'm going to add some more. And guys, if you like these classes, if you like this channel, don't forget to, you can subscribe to the channel as a special fan to support my work, or you can subscribe to my Patreon. Hello? I lost connection. Can you guys see me and hear me? Hello? Oh, yeah. All right. Sometimes when that happens, the image doesn't show. So yeah, I just added the volume here. And now I'm going to blend this volume in. There. So this is what you want. In every face, pretty much, we have that. It's human. Then we have smaller or bigger, or almost you can't see, but it's there, okay? Now we have to mark the bottom lip, but first I will blend this in. No, I don't cut my nails, I just bite them. Okay, guys, I don't do drugs, I don't smoke, I don't drink. What else I don't do? I don't do anything like to release my anxiety, so that's my only problem. I don't drink pop, I barely eat sugar. I'm all natural, hippy-dippy baloney, and that's my anxiety release. So, yeah, have to deal with it. I don't take medicine, I don't take anything, so I think biting my nails, that's acceptable. Why do you care? If I was a man, I don't think anyone would care anyway. Just because I'm a female, then everybody cares about my nail. I don't. So, all right. But no, he was being polite. He just asked if that's why I have to cut short, but no, it's not. But I wouldn't like having long nails to work anyway. Even if I didn't bite, I would keep it short. It would get on my way. Well, I'm not used to have nails, so I don't know how to do anything with nails. I like it. The bottom lip is not done yet, but I just blend in that muscle here to give the volume. Okay, so now that I blend in Hello, Mexico. I will start like kind of pulling up slightly because I don't want to change this profile too much. Up and down. Yeah, you can. Well, this one you can ask your dentist. Ask him for leftovers. The dentist always have it. And then if you have this one, it's pretty much enough because you can smooth out with the side like that. And the details you can give it with it. And then toothpicks. When I started, I would just use toothpicks, but it's harder for like small details like that. You kind of need, oh, you can use pins like this, needles, whatever. Tools are not essential, but they do make it easier, make your job easier. Just at least a feel. But you can. If you can't afford, yes, that should not be on your way for sculpting. And now I'm marking a line just to kind of see the lip, but I'm not going to keep the line in there because there doesn't exist a line here. It's just so I can see it. No problem. All right. So I think that's kind of what his lip is looking like, and I'm going to smooth this line here because this is a volume line, not really a line, and then slowly, it's not a line in, the lip's not a line in, it's a volume line. So you bring down of it a little bit down until you have your lip according to your shape. I think mine needs some more clay here. I don't have enough clay to give the right curve. It's too square in here, you see? Here, it's too square. So I'm gonna add a little bit of clay to the lip. See if it helps me to have his mouth a little bit more looking like his. You don't need to add. Always you don't need to copy what I'm doing. You have to listen to what I'm saying and look at your sculpture and see if yours need that. Maybe your lip does not need clay, okay? Mine did, for sure. There we go. Thank you, Bruno. And I think the top lip also is too skinny. I could use some more clay to the top lip too. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm going to share this clay. Maybe I'm going to bring it up a bit. Yeah, I can definitely use more clay. The volume here, because I just marked the top lip. I didn't really give the volume. But you have to observe yours and only do it if you need. That's better. Yeah, exactly. You can also make your own tools. You can grab things in your house too, you know, like, I don't know. There's always some stuff you can use around the house. Well, there you go, guys. This is what the work is, and now I'm going to be looking at his lips and adding more volume here and there until I like it. So I can see there's a little bit of more volume to the bottom lip, and how I like to add it. I add to half of it. And I'm not gonna add to the line, okay? The line is already, I like the line already, so I'm gonna add the volume to the, under the line here. Sometimes you don't really need to do that. Sometimes the lip is already in the right shape and you don't really need to add this volume that I'm adding right now. Same thing here, other half. Get this one is thinner. Every time we add volume, it always looks like we added too much until you start working on the shape, and then it doesn't look like you added too much anymore. Sorry, I wasn't reading. I didn't see if you... Saluto. Okay, now that I did that, I can tell his lip has a little part here that goes down like this. Here. Should I get closer? I'm always afraid to go too close because it might... Let me take my hand out of the camera. So I lost a little bit of my triangle in here when I added volume. I have to get it back. Oh, I forgot to do this side of the filter. There. All right. Something very important is that as you train your eyes, you don't need to look at the references so often. Like I did a very fast look in here on the profile, and I probably messed up after I put all this volume, so I always have to check. Oh, his chin needs to go up a little bit. Oh no, actually his forehead here needs to go up. And his chin, yep, that's why the lip looks so off here. I'm gonna have to put some more clay to the chin here. But it's very important to keep on looking to your profile much more often than I'm doing in here. First, I'm in class, so I don't want to really be making you guys wait for me to keep on looking and seeing if everything is perfect or not. But this is how you go. You look to the profile, you see anything wrong, you fix it. You look, like the front is always here with me, but it's important to look to the profile too. It's also important to keep on looking in every picture you have. See if you're doing, oops, I fell, I dropped the phone. Hold on, let me fix that. Okay, I want this picture here. And also like put this in this direction and check it out, see if everything is correct. Obviously mine is bigger because it's farther than the picture, but just to give you an idea, see if it's like it's very off, the lip here. I have to bring this lip and look like it's more going down, so I probably have to put more clay around here, which we can do next class maybe, because it's been more than an hour. And something else you can do is get a piece of plastic if you think it's too hard to see the profile, because the profile is the more important line that you have to reach. Get a piece of plastic, like you know, hard plastic, put on top of your profile and trace it. Trace with Sharpie. Trace the forehead, trace the nose, trace the lips, trace there, and then you keep on putting in front of your image, so you can compare your profile with what you're doing. Okay? So I'm just gonna finish to line up this lip back again, because I added more chin. now I'm going to get this picture here. Yes, I know I need to lower the nose tip. I know I didn't put details on the nose yet. I'm not putting like small details. I'm trying to get the full sketch first. So this is what is wrong here, see? This line here is very wrong. He doesn't have this going up so much here. No, that's okay. It's good. Like, thank you. If you see anything, let me know, because then we work together, and I bet my portrait is gonna look even better with all these eyes helping me out. Don't apologize, please. All right, so what is missing is this volume here. See, it has a big, big volume here and here, and mine has nothing right there. We're gonna do that next week. For this week, I'm going to stop here. So don't worry if your lips are not perfect. We didn't finish. We didn't add all the details yet. We kind of made a nice sketch of the full face. And the first class, we measure all the proportions, which we're going to have to re-measure to see if everything kept being in the right position. And that's it for today. Unfortunately, it's only a 1 hour class, and we can't really go too far, which I like, so I give you guys 1 week to reach where I am, because I do have some people that are sculpting along with me. Yeah, I like it already. I mean, there's a lot of details, and details are very important for portraits, but I can already see much better than when we started this class. All right, guys, so I will go now. This class is going to be here. So is class number 1. If you missed it, is on the channel. You can go watch it anytime that you have the material and you're ready to go. Even if it's in 5 years, this video is not going to go anywhere unless YouTube do something with it. I'm not doing anything with it. And you guys can always watch as many times as you need until you get your faces done. All right, don't forget to watch the full class for face anatomy, how to sculpt a face. It's on my playlist here in the channel. It's also for free. And that's gonna help you with knowing basic anatomy for the face. I mean, all the proportions and details on each part of the face, eyes, and everything else. So it's going to help you to do portraits. It's more important actually to know the anatomy first, and then you go for portraits. So if you don't know the anatomy, my suggestion is take a look at the anatomy, how to sculpt the face in this channel first, try it out, and then start doing portraits. All right? Thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed this class. I see you all next week. Same time, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. If anything happens, I always post on the community. If I can't make it or if I have to change the time, I always post on the community. And also, I do have a group on Facebook that I want to be using for organizing this class. The name is Juliana Lupine Online Classes. It's on Facebook. It's a student group, something like that. It's not a workshop. The Juliana Lupine workshop virtual is a Portuguese group, but I do have the online Juliana Lupine online classes, something like that. If you go to my page, is linked to the page. And if anything happened and I have to delay the class or cancel it, I'll always post there so you guys don't stay here waiting for me. Okay, so see you all next week, and I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, invite your friends. Bye-bye.